it up. So many props, I didn't do anything. Then came Blab. Again, I didn't do anything about it. And then I had a month where I had a lot of downtime, and I was on Blab and Periscope every single day observing. I didn't do anything. And then on Periscope specifically, it was about press start, start broadcast. Listen, I would break out in sweat just even thinking about it. Listen, I'm just going to be honest, because not everybody is that strong or bold enough to just press start record and everything's okay. It's the same with being on this platform as well.
Right.
You go into different rooms and people see your name and then they'll say hi and you just don't know what to do. But I quickly, especially, for me, Blab has been it's been a lot easier for me on Blab, because when I jump into a room and I'm invited to get into a seat, I can speak directly to people and hear their response. Whereas with on Periscope, it's slightly a different challenge, because you're speaking to sometimes an empty room, or what feels like an empty room. But I don't think any Periscope that goes live is actually empty, because people listen and watch online. You just don't always see who's in the room at the time. So once I got over that, I've now started to have a lot of fun with it. And I've started to really just enjoy it and just be present, and the more I'm present, the more I'm able to engage with people on both Blab and Periscope. And for me personally, being on Blab and Periscope over the last, say, 4 or 5 months has increased my Twitter following like ridiculously. I've started to make some really amazing personal connections, right, and some business connections as well. So I don't feel that I'm using either platform to its full potential for me yet, but I'm working on it.
Oh, I love that.
I'm not a guru or anything like that, not at all.
Well, Jay, I love the story of fear, of kind of blowing it off, and then kind of, dipping your toe in the pool as you will, and then coming into your own with taking it, and you getting the results of building something. That's awesome. Now, Jay, I don't know if you know Garth. I know Garth from another community on Periscope.
Hi.
And I can't speak highly about both of you guys. And Garth, from your perspective, thank you, Trish. Nice to see you in here. America, thanks for hopping in here. Garth, from your perspective, and then we'll fully launch the show now that we have some people here. But thanks for warming up the plate, guys. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
Garth, from your perspective, just to kind of piggyback off of what Jay said, what's your experiences with live streaming? How has it helped you? Where do you see it going for yourself in the future?
I absolutely love it. I think it's a fabulous platform. I started doing it years ago. I was using YouTube. Basically, I was doing very tongue-in-cheek videos on YouTube. Through that, I actually managed to get on BBC TV, and I was on a 6-week BBC TV series. Because of that, I literally got an email one day, and he just said, "Love your YouTube videos, man. We think you'd be a perfect character in our TV show."
Get out.
And I just thought it was a complete wind-up. I thought, no, it's not real. But no, it was real, and I got in there. Then the back of that, I got onto Sky News about 3 times as an acknowledged expert in the UK, which was absolutely superb. And then the first time I did Periscope, I literally almost froze, because it's so different from doing YouTube. Because when you're doing YouTube, you get so used to you don't have a script as such, but you're just performing for the camera. But right, like Jay was saying, you pick up your phone and you go on there and you hit broadcast. You think, oh my God, is there anybody there? Then you kind of think, what should I say? Who do I interact with? But after I did my first 3, I absolutely love it. I love engaging with people. I love interacting with people. And I think the key to Periscope is to be completely and utterly 100% authentic. Don't try to be anybody you're not. And just interact with people and just be the person that you are. And I think people relate to that more. They pick up your charisma, they pick up your charm, they pick up your personality, and they just talk to you, they interact. And on the back of it, like Jay, I don't think I've made any business contacts per se, but I've made some great contacts on there, and I'm having some good conversations with people. And on the back of it, I only started a Facebook group 2 weeks ago, and I've got over 50 members in there all of a sudden, purely through Periscope. It's crazy. I've not even advertised it. I just talk on there about, look, I want to make my scopes more relevant to you, because I do a lot of visualization stuff. I do a lot of stuff on confidence building, destroying limiting beliefs, smashing through barriers, and I do visualization techniques nearly every day. And through that, I said to them, look, guys, if you've got anything that's bugging you, connect with me on my Facebook group. I will sort it. And 50 people in like under 2 weeks. It's mad.
That's beautiful. And again, the power. Here's what it is: the power of Periscope to take it from that platform and push. You're not even push, kind of almost attract them to another platform, and then build a bigger relationship.
No pushing whatsoever. Literally just talk about wanting, and I'm completely sincere. I do want to make it more relevant to people, because I can go on there every single day and do talks, do scopes on visualization, smashing limiting belief. But if it's not what people want, I'm not going to get the audience. So, all this week, I put in my group, what do you want me to talk about, guys? And it's been awesome. They've given me topics to cover every day this week. And it's been bloody brilliant. It really has. So, I just see it growing. And that's the kind of way I want to go. I want to be, not want to be, I suppose. I like being a leader of a community. And I always have done. I've always run businesses. And I've always had people, I guess for want of a better phrase, who kind of not necessarily, the word is not looked up to me, but people I've interacted with in a good way, because I've always seen myself as a bit of a leader anyway, and I think it's easier to lead than it is to follow.
Right.
One of my maxims, and I think that being an ex-kickboxing instructor, being an ex-personal trainer, you always got to lead from the front, and I've said it. I think when we were in the same group together, I used to say you've got to walk the walk and you've got to talk the talk. Because otherwise, people aren't going to take any notice of you.
Wow, that's powerful, guys. Now, listen, for everybody who's on this feed, if you're not following Garth, if you're not following Jay on Periscope, now, guys, are your handles the same on Periscope as it is here on Blab?
Totally.
Delicate. What's your handle, Jay?
J.K. Frederick.
Okay.
Are you in the UK, Jay?
Yes, I am. I'm in London.
Oh, whereabouts?
Southeast.
Oh, I've literally just moved out. I just moved from Surrey. And I just moved out of London, and literally just before Christmas.
Okay. Where about are you living now? What area? Like what town?
I've gone to Bedfordshire.
Oh, Bedfordshire from Surrey?
Yeah, well, it's cheaper out here, man.
This is true. You get more for your buck.
I've actually bought something. I've got no mortgage, so it's awesome.
Oh, that's great.
I put my money into my business this year, so that's how I really want to move it forward now.
Perfect. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, I want to thank you so much for helping me start this Blab, and setting the tone, really, because, again, we all have a personal relationship with one another. So for you guys to hop in here, drop your golden nuggets. And for you guys who are in this chat over here, if you're not following Garth, if you're not following Jay, what are you waiting for? Their content is first class all the way. And obviously they have a presence here on Blab. Guys, I want to thank you for sharing. I'm going to officially start the program, and I didn't tell you, but I did record that, so sorry.
Naughty, cheeky.
Guys, thanks so much, and if you can stick around for a little while and contribute to the chat and, welcome our guest speakers, I would really appreciate that, too.
No problem.
Thanks so much.
I'm trying to find you on here, Jay. I can't see you.
I'm there. J.K. Frederick. J-A-Y-K Frederick.
Go ahead and put it in the chat too, guys, so that you can copy and paste one another.
Yeah. Actually, well, I'm following you on Blab now anyway, so I'll go and find you on
Periscope.
Yeah, you do that. Do you want me to jump out of the room?
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. I'm going to get things started. I appreciate it. Please stick around, though. Boom.
We will.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Garth. So, guys, you heard it, man. You heard it from two awesome experts bridging the gap from Periscope and really, really just taking the opportunity of live streaming. So for those of you who may not know me, for those of you guys who are new in the room, listen, let me just introduce myself. I'm Fabian Brown, okay? I don't want to say a professional live streamer. That even sounds kind of silly to say, but I'm the guy on Periscope. If you follow my scopes, I'm the guy with 10 kids, hashtag 10 kids, no problem. And I know initially when I say that to people, they're just shocked. They're like, what? 10 kids? First of all, they don't believe it. Second of all, once they get over that, they're like, well, how the hell do you do that, guys? It's funny because that's what my live streams are about. It's about showing individuals just like you the possibilities of managing a family, running a business, and having great harmony and having abundance in all areas of your life. So if you're not following me, please do that. But today is not about me, guys. Today is about the community Peripreneurs. Now, If you're not familiar with Peripreneurs, their presence on Periscope, our presence on Periscope is next to none, ladies and gentlemen. We are the global entrepreneur group on Periscope. The individuals that we featured. So first of all, we have a show every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we highlight an entrepreneur at different levels in their games. I mean, we've had multi-millionaires on the scope, and we've had startup individuals with the entrepreneurial mindset on our scopes, basically sharing their trials and tribulations, sharing their successes and their failures, sharing their background, their information. So you, the watcher, the viewer, can build upon that and take it's like a buffet. You're going to take the information that you like and you're going to apply it to your business. You're going to apply it to your trade, because at the end of the day, entrepreneurship, it begins with the thought. It begins with the mindset, getting the mind right. And every individual that appears on the Periscope channel on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys, listen, we screen them for perfection, guys, and no one's perfect, but listen, their information is next to none. So if you're not following the channel Peripreneurs on Periscope, please go ahead and do so. You know, we're also expanding into different platforms. Obviously, right here today, you guys are witnessing history. Today is the first episode, the first official Blab that Peripreneurs is putting together, and we titled this Live Streaming to Build Communities, because, guys, that's exactly what we've done. Now, to tell you a little bit more about the Peripreneur community, we have the core, the nucleus of the individuals are from all over the world. You know, we have individuals from the Netherlands. We have individuals from Germany. We have individuals from France. We have individuals from the UK. We have individuals from the US. We have individuals from Australia. So we're talking about different continents, different countries, different languages that all have come together, okay? All with different types of skill sets, guys. And we formed together this awesome A-team of individuals that our mission is to basically, listen, we want to give you the best content, you know, not directly necessarily from us individuals, but we collaborate with, our network is crazy. It's just vast and it's stupid silly, guys. And we put all the heavy hitters in one room on one channel, sharing the content so you can grow your business stronger than what it was yesterday. And the platform to do it here is live streaming. I want to make sure I'm not missing any comments over here on the side, guys. Okay, we're looking pretty good. We have Trish in the house. We have Luance in the house. We have America in the house. We have Jay. Okay, we have Garth was in the house. And again, I want to welcome, we have Charma Communications. We have Selena. Very, very nice to see you here on this Blab. You know, she's a business branding consultant, mother, entrepreneur, aspiring mogul. I love that. Your idea to launch strategies and support. Now, Shalina, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. If there's any content that you would love to share, I would love to have you on here. You know, America, we have you here as well. Thank you so much. You know, we have Dennis Butler. Dennis, nice to see you here. I appreciate your time and taking away from your family and your friends. And then we have Kat Cantrell from Vitality Fit Dance. She's transforming women through the burlesque and power of red lipstick, encouraging women to become themselves again. I have a funny story, Kat. So I'm a musician. I'm a saxophonist. So a little bit about me, you know, I do all these crazy things. You know, I have multiple businesses. I run a 501c4 nonprofit. You know, I'm a musician. I'm a saxophonist. I play piano. And, you know, to your burlesque, I was doing a burlesque show for over a year, and that was the craziest time that I've ever had. The dancers were on point. The company had been going on for 16 years, and they're based out of Philadelphia. So Alexis, Miss Avanti, nice to have you. And Vitality, yeah, it was crazy. So the work that you're doing is extremely important, and I appreciate you being on here, guys. So again, just to kind of keep with the theme of the show and what we got going on here as I toggle through a couple of different windows, so please don't mind me. And then we're going to invite some guests here, all right? So my perspective about live streaming, my experience with live streaming and what it's done for me and how it's built my network. And you know, again, I got on Periscope, you know, and before that, I wasn't like Garth. I wasn't an individual who was, you know, hip to Ustream and doing things on YouTube. And welcome to Karen Goodman, welcome here, and Clint, welcome. I so appreciate you hopping in here, and please stick around. I'm going to open up the seat here for you to contribute your content and your knowledge. Again, Fabian Brown. And, you know, I got involved in Periscope in the month of June. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. You know, it was a cool little app. Raymond, welcome. It was a cool little app that I was just messing around with, kind of checking out people's things, and, a lot of dumb stuff on there, some cool stuff on there, until I met a gentleman named JC Limitless, _ JC Limitless. He runs a community on Periscope, and that changed the script. I literally watched that gentleman go from, I don't know, I would say 500-600 hearts to over 1 million hearts within 8 days. And then that's when I realized the power of live streaming. That's when I realized that you can really build genuine, authentic relationships with individuals from all over the world. So at that moment, I decided, like, I got to not play this. I got to take this seriously. I got to develop the skills that I need to present information, because I had success in entrepreneurship, but I had no success in live streaming, none whatsoever. And it was kind of awkward having this conversation. So, fast forward today, the network of people that I've built, the relationships, the genuine, the business that's been exchanged, the amount of money that I made, monetizing Periscope, the communities that I'm a part of, it's changed the way 2016 is going to look. And I'm just proud to be here on this Blab. So, with that being said, I like to open up this seat before our guest speakers hop in. So if there's any individual on here on the line that would like to share their experiences, that would like to share the good, the bad, the ugly with live streaming, or maybe you simply have a question that you want to ask, your question and kind of duck out, that's absolutely fine. The seat is open. You guys can go ahead and jump in. Just going back to my experiences with Periscope, I started following these individual communities. And when I came across the community of Peripreneurs, what was intriguing about it was they were highlighting entrepreneurs at different levels of their game. They were highlighting entrepreneurs that were doing some serious, monstrous stuff, in their local communities, but didn't necessarily have a big presence on live streaming. Some of them did, some of them didn't. And then I met individuals like Sean Thomas from Ask a Millionaire. Then I met individuals like Millionaire Talk. Okay, then I met individuals like JC Limitless. Then I met individuals like Caleb and Matt Maddox. Then I met individuals like Ryan Bell. These people were so driven, so motivated to sharing their content and really just delivering an awesome message. It's like every time, I don't have it here, man, but I would have my notebook out and I would literally jot down notes on how I can improve my communication skills, how I can improve the way that I connect with people online. And for me, live streaming doesn't end at Periscope. It doesn't end at Blam. That's where it begins with Blab and Periscope. That's where it begins with Meavy, with Facebook Live, Instagram rolling out with their live streaming platform, guys, YouTube. Here's what I know. Here's a tip for all of you guys. Here's what I really genuinely know, that the conversation starts on these platforms. And then it's your job, it's your responsibility, it's your duty to engage them, to connect with them, to build authentic relationships, and take them from these platforms and bringing them onto something that you own, to your own Facebook group, to your own website, to really start solidifying that relationship. We have 5 individuals that represent the Peripreneur community that's out in San Francisco right now. And that's exactly what they're doing. Mr. Tommy Willis, nice to see you, sir. That's exactly what they're doing. They're out there. There was so much, hours and hours of screen time. And now they're connecting, all because of Ryan Bell, guys. And if you don't know that individual, you need to go to catch.me/Peripreneurs. In fact, I have a link here that I can share in the chat. The specific link here. Bang, there it is. If you go to that link down there, catch.me/Peripreneurs and all that other stuff after it, what you're going to find is our latest scope featuring Mr. Ryan Bell. Now, if you guys don't know Ryan Bell, he is responsible for the New York Summit. He is responsible for the San Francisco Periscope Summit. And what he's done is nothing less than extraordinary. He's been able to get all these individuals from across, people flew thousands of miles across oceans to be at the Periscope Summit. Why? Because there's tremendous value. Guys, this is networking on steroids. Now, you guys may be on here on the line just messing around with this live streaming stuff. I'm here to tell you guys, get engaged, get involved. And again, I like to open up the seat, guys. If you're interested, please. I don't want this to be the Fabian Brown Blab, the guy who's just talking about live streaming. I wish to welcome any individual that has an expertise in entrepreneurship, any individual that has an expertise in live streaming to contribute to the conversation. Again, this forum is an open forum for you while we wait for our special guest speakers, guys. You know, again, for me, I think live streaming, what I've done is I've been able to engage my following on other platforms. My Facebook, friend status went up. My Instagram following went up. I didn't have a presence on Twitter before Periscope. It was zero. And then all of a sudden, me doing live streaming, all of a sudden I'm using Twitter, which I never thought I was using. It's funny when it came to Blab, guys. I was one of those guys. The first month that it was out, I think I was on the third week. But do you live stream on multiple platforms or stick to one? Olympias, I'm not saying your name correctly, but that is a fantastic question. So I'm just getting into that. I focused on Periscope for the first 4 or 5 months of my live streaming. I was doing both. I was on Periscope, I was on Blab, and I felt that it was very difficult to keep up with my businesses. It was very difficult to keep up with my family and to deliver really good content on a consistent basis. So I had to make a decision. I had to decide whether I wanted to spread myself thin across all these platforms, or if I wanted to focus one and build a network on one. So I honed in on my skills of communication, of broadcasting on Periscope. I gathered, nothing significant. I think I have like 1,600 followers on Periscope, almost, 500,000 hearts. Again, there's plenty of people who are blowing that out of the waters. But again, my expertise is in entrepreneurship. It's not in live streaming. So I'm taking on this live streaming platform to see if I can monetize it, to see if I can redirect some of the relationships that I have here on live streaming into profits. And you know what? You know what's happening? I'm going from building professional relationships to building personal relationships. And that goes much further in business than, a 1, 2, 3 sale. So Clint, I believe your name is, to answer your question. I started on Periscope, and now you can find me on Blab. Now you can find me on Facebook Live. I obviously have an Instagram presence, And again, if you guys want to know my professional background, just go to my LinkedIn account. It's Fabian Antonio Brown, and you can read all about my, my professional background. This show is intended for, again, I want to hear some feedback about live streaming. So great question. Clint, hopefully I answer that question for you. So let me see where Clint's at. Okay, so Clint, Olympia SEO. We deliver world-class service and the best in-class inbound lead generation solutions for our clients in the greater Puget Sound area and beyond. That's an awesome title, or description rather. And what we'll do is we'll follow all, our community Peripreneurs. We will go ahead and follow you, and can't wait for your content, Clint. I really appreciate that very, very much. Yep. Thank you. Thank you as well, sir. Or ma'am, sir. Clint is a guy. So, a couple of plugs, a couple of shout outs, guys. If you're not familiar with the Quinny Flinney Show, Quinny Flinney Show is a show that one of our members of Peripreneurs is a part of. PJ Quinn, he is, from Ireland, and he's just a dynamite guy. He's an entrepreneur himself. He's in sales. He's actually training right now to fight for an MMA, mixed martial arts competition. He is top notch, first class. He's also in San Francisco right now with the Peripreneurs crew, and they do a show every Wednesday evening, except for this Wednesday, just because of the summit. Every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So shameless plug for the Quinny Flinney Show if you guys are not a part of that. This Blab show for Peripreneurs are going to be appearing on a consistent basis. This is the first episode. This is the test. This is the test Blab. We know everyone's at the summit. We know everyone that is involved in live streaming is out there networking, doing their thing. But we wanted to just roll this out simple, sweet, easy, make a connection, make a presence here, because you're going to be seeing these faces here week after week after week. So again, the seat is open for you guys. If you want to contribute any information, any knowledge, I do value your time as well. Stream Outdoors, welcome, welcome. We are discussing live streaming and how entrepreneurs have been building communities here. Please, just a quick recap, guys, nobody special. Fabian Brown, again, representing Peripreneurs here for the Peripreneurs Blab, our first episode. We are a global entrepreneurship community founded on Periscope, obviously stretching out to different media such as Snapchat, different media such as Blab, such as Meevee, obviously on Facebook, guys. And here's what I know, man. Live streaming is where it's at. It's where you can share your voice, your opinion, your thoughts. You can build communities with individuals like-minded. You can strengthen the skills that you suck at. And if you don't want to strengthen those skills that you're not really good at, you can find individuals, team members who are awesome at it and make genuine collaborations and connections. So that's my thought. That's this whole vibe of this. So I'm going to open up these seats. Let me see how I can unlock the seats. Okay, so did I just lock it or unlock it? Maybe I locked it. Open seat. It's unlocked, guys. I believe it's unlocked. So please hop on in. Stream Outdoors, thanks again for hopping in. Hey, Jay, if you want to hop in and rap with me, man, because I think what we got going on here is, oh, let me see this. This is an awesome feature. All right, so we have individuals from California. We have people from the northeast corridor of the United States, people from the south in Texas. We have people from Florida here. Thanks, Jay, for hopping in here. I appreciate you so much. We have people from UK. We have somebody that's right outside of Italy. I love it, love it, love it, love it. These are all people hopping in all over the world. Welcome, Miss Jay. Thank you. Jay, I can only talk so much, man.
You're so fun. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. It's like 11:30. I've got to be up in 5 hours. But you know what? The reason why I'm here is because I'm part of the Peripreneurs community. And guys, I'm part of just a handful of communities that are associated with Periscope. And this community is the real deal. These guys are so caring. They're so loving. And they're so positive. So positive. If you have any questions, like in the community, you can throw out any question, any time of the day or night, and someone is more or less always there to answer. And I think it's because we're all from all around the world.
Yep.
So that, it's just really, 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 it's a really fun community. And the founder, Ricky, is absolutely bananas. He's from the UK too, so I get his dry sense of humor, but he's bananas.
Oh my goodness, he is. Did you catch his scope last night when he landed in San Francisco?
Well, it was my morning, actually. It was my morning. Okay. And I mean, this is what we've got have here, guys. This is the craziness of our community. We've got the founder and other guys from the community go into this the Periscope Summit. One got detained at the airport. One missed his flight, and the other one is sitting in the lounge in San Francisco airport drinking beer. Hello, somebody. I just couldn't cope. I could not cope this morning. It was just too hilarious. And then you have Ricky just saying all kinds of things is happening to poor Tim. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm sure Ricky set him up. I'm convinced.
And just to give you guys a visual, okay? Because Jay, you tell a great story. Just to give you guys a visual, Ricky is, my complexion, maybe a little bit darker, maybe between me and Jay, maybe just a little bit, okay? He's my collection with a very, very, I don't want to say a thick UK accent, but I don't know.
He's British and from the Midlands, so he's got a twang which is slightly different from mine because I'm from London. But yeah, he's not. He's from London. He's from the outskirts of London. But he's basically, he's just nuts.
He's balmy. So you got that, and you got Tim. Tim's rocking, the ponytail like myself, okay. And he's a little bit taller, nice stature. And then you have PJ, who is just like muscles from, he's like
full of lumps, and he's full of lumps.
So Timmy's from the Netherlands. PJ is from Ireland. You have Ricky from the UK, and that's the nucleus. That's the core of Peripreneurs. Obviously, with some other individuals who are on this trip. So like Jay is saying, they all intended to get that flight together. And it's so live streaming live streaming basically brought us the behind the scenes debacle of their travels from point A to point B. You know, poor PJ, you know, I'm watching his Snapchats and he's in traffic, you know, in the car on the way to the train station. He misses his first train, then he's on the train and he's snapping. And I'm watching like, this dude, he's going to miss his flight. You know, meanwhile, I'm watching Timmy. Timmy's already there. He's like there. He's like punctual. He's on time, you know. And then you go on to Ricky's snap and he's like, dude, I'm still chilling in my house right now. So I'm like, these guys are all over the map. You know, PJ, like Jay says, PJ misses his flight. You know, the other fellas get on the plane. We lose contact for an hour. We don't know where PJ is coming or going. And then he doesn't know. Yes, PJ then finds a flight, but we don't know if he's going to China or if he's going to San Francisco. Who knows with this guy? As Jay says, Timmy gets detained. So you figure Ricky with his, you know, now if you guys aren't from the United States, maybe you will get this, maybe you won't get this, you know, but there's this, you know, there can be, let me phrase this correctly because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but you know, sometimes people with color can be discriminated against at airports. It's just, maybe it's stereotypical and maybe I'm just having fun by saying this, but Ricky, who again is about my complexion, no problem whatsoever.
Let's just be frank. Ricky is Asian. Okay? Ricky is Asian from the UK. Okay, he's very suave. He's got a bit of a, you know, swag. He's got the UK thing. He's bringing it. Okay,
he is.
And as he says at the airport, he should have been detained. He should have been stopped, but he wasn't.
Tim is locked up.
I mean, it's nuts. It's absolutely hilarious. I mean, all I keep putting on Twitter is PJ at PJ Quinn, Ricky Barnes 1 at Peripreneurs shenanigans in San Fran. Shenanigans. I'm nervous. I don't think they're even going to come back. I'm really serious. I think they're going to get stranded in America.
well, Ricky, you know, Ricky's it's so funny because Peripreneurs is networking with some companies in the USA to help them brand with live streaming. You know, it's funny how so many things, and I don't want to talk too much about it before it actually comes to fruition, but you know, basically there's some things in the pipeline, and the company is based out of Philadelphia, and they found us through our Peripreneurs channel. They approached Ricky. They're interested in partnering up to some degree, some level, based right outside of Philadelphia. So Ricky is spending some additional time in the United States, and he's going to make an attempt to see if that connection can actually happen. Now, Ricky's first time in the States, you know, so PJ's up in the air somewhere 30,000 feet, you know, Tim is getting detained, you know, the guy has the rubber gloves on, okay, God knows what. I feel so bad for Tim, you know, and here's Ricky, he's at the airport pub putting back pints. And I'm like, and the whole thing is captured on Periscope. So, you know, live streaming is so awesome because you again, the good, the bad, and the ugly, Jay.
The ugly. I feel we should do a song. The good, the bad, the ugly, the good, the bad, the ugly, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Oh my God! All right, we'll have to record that too. That'll be our theme song. Right. We have a couple comments and questions coming in. So something like, you have a lot of luggage for only. Oh, that's right. No, it wasn't luggage, Louis. So Timmy came with like $800 or something like that. So he was being harassed on how much money he was bringing to the States. He's like, well, as if he was coming there to buy narcotics or something like that. It was ridiculously crazy. So we got Stream_Outdoors. Can you talk about the different startups around your community? Excellent question. So there's not so many startups. So let me just paint the picture, Stream Outdoors, and let me give you a plug here. Okay, so Stream Outdoors, your source for finding live streams related to the outdoors. I like that niche, Stream Outdoors. That makes complete sense. So the question again is, can you talk about different startups around your community? So Peripreneurs is a global entrepreneurial company, global entrepreneurial community, and with no discrimination in where you're at with your entrepreneurial venture. You can be a complete student in the entrepreneur game, learning entrepreneurships, basically going on there to learn the principles of mindset, of marketing, of digital marketing, of sales, you know, all the way to a complete multi-millionaire philanthropist, like and literally everything everything in between. So a company like yours, Stream Outdoors, we would love, if you're especially in the startup situation, we would love to welcome you to the community. And here's how the platform works. We seek out, we recruit, we get referrals, we get recommendations on individuals who want to participate on our Peripreneurs channel. Now, our audience and our reach is ridiculous. You know, we can have people 200, 300, 400 in the room, just like we'd had with Mr. Ryan Bell. You know, the doors were just, it was like, you know, broadcast too full. The founder of the community, Ricky Baines, couldn't chat in his own channel because the broadcast was too full. All right. So you have eyes from all over the world to help expand your business. So if you are a startup company and you are interested in getting more viewers, you're interested in you know, sharing your message, you know, I have to tell you, Stream Outdoors, this is the community for you. You know, if you want to learn more information, you can go to peripreneurs.com. You can direct message us on Twitter. You know, we do the process is this, you know, we get a lead, you know, you show your interest. We schedule a Google Hangout with the team. You know, we ask you some questions. It's really informal. It's really casual, laid back. We ask some questions. You know, we engage in your interest, you know, how we can help promote you, your brand, you know, spread the message. And, you know, that's it. Then we schedule a day and time. You know, it's always on Sundays. It's always 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe that's 7 p.m. GMT time. You know, we promote it out, and, you know, you watch your numbers grow. You watch your community grow. When I appeared on Peripreneurs, that was really the catalyst for me into getting into this, like taking live streaming as if it were a business. Because if you're doing it properly, you're treating live streaming like a business. So building a team is my initial need. Great. So Stream Outdoors, if you feel comfortable, please hop into the seat. But building a team is essential to winning. Think of it this way. And then Jay, you know, chime in. You know, my opinions of building a team. Everybody influential, everybody successful has a team. Oprah, she has a team. She has Dr. Phil. She has Rachel Ray. Now, you'll never see Oprah on those channels, on those TV programs, but she's getting compensated for it. She has built a network of individuals that all contribute to her income. Now, in your situation, you're probably trying to build a team for your business. Again, the individuals on Peripreneurs have the expertise, the skills. Jay, what is your insight with building a team and how you go about doing something like that?
Okay, so I'm one thing about me, I'm always honest. I've always been very, very nervous to build a team. One, because I didn't feel that I could. And my understanding of having a team is that you have to be able to nurture them so that they can help you to grow. So once I understood that, now I'm starting to build a team. Now I'm starting to seek people to help me so that I can, because I'm a visionary and I know I can't do things alone. So therefore I need to put people in place to help me to achieve and bring my visions to light. So I think building a team is really crucial, and it can be challenging for most of us, especially if you're used to doing everything yourself. And I think one thing about being in the community and listening to the stories and the journeys of other entrepreneurs and budding entrepreneurs is that they are not where they are because they did it alone. They had to build a team of make connections, build relationships, and be open to learning, open to sharing, open to giving, and open, more importantly, to helping other people. Because as much as, especially in the Peripreneurs, as much as we're there to receive, you almost want to give as much as you receive as well. And like Fabian said, we have individuals who are students, right to those who are multimillionaires, and everybody's contributing. There is not really a hierarchy. And that's what's so beautiful about it. It's very organic, but very honest. And I like it the way it is at the moment. I'm sure it will change eventually as more people come on board, but that's how anything should be. But I mean, at the moment, it's absolutely amazing.
That's great. It's a great share. I had to mute my channel while the kids were coming in the house. I see Eileen hopped
I
in.
believe you've got kids. I believe you've got kids.
The kids, yeah, they never bomb my broadcasts ever. Eileen, I saw you snuck in here. So nice to see you. It's been such a long time. I've been distant from Blab, focusing on Periscope. You know, I'm back, Eileen. I'm back. And just to kind of piggyback on what Jay is saying with building a team, it's interesting because when you build communities in live streaming, it's almost like you can sort for individuals that would fit your team profile. You know, so let's say you're Stream Outdoors and you're looking for team members, but you don't know where to go. Well, guess what? If you find yourself the right community on live streams, you can basically almost like sort individuals who you think would be a good match for you. You know, with the integration of Twitter and Periscope, listen, the options are limitless. So you need to be able to utilize the resources of social media to its fullest potential. Get over the fear of, and I understand a lot of people have some reservations about broadcasting, and that's perfectly fine. Everyone has a strong DNA. I just got done reading. Look at all my books that I'm reading. So my thing is I'm reading a book a week, right? So I just got done reading Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. My other book, Relentless, is over there. And then after that, I'm going into Lewis Howes School of Greatness. And then after that, I'm going to the 10X Rule.
Ready.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Oh my gosh. You need to get that on audio as well. Get it on audio. You won't see.
See, I got the audio as well, and hearing Grant Cardone's voice, dude, it's like, whoa, it just got real. It
takes your thinking to another level.
Girl.
When you hear that word, it's a game changer. For me, it's not a game changer. It's an attitude changer.
That's where it starts. It's, here's an attitude changer. Jay, for me, it's always been about mindset. It's always been about the way I think, or the way people think in general. And I think, I believe, if you change your thinking, everything is possible. Everything becomes abundant and bountiful. And it starts between here, 6 inches between one ear and another. If you can change this up here as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a father, as a mother, as a caregiver, as a brother, as a sister, guys, it's not even about business all the time. It's about just being better than what you were yesterday. And the connections on live stream is great. So Charmaine tweets, says, can you note those books in the comments, please? So, yeah.
Say what they are. I type them in if you want.
That's great. So here is Grant Cardone's The 10X Rule. How about that? Okay. So the 10X Rule. This is going to be the last week of this month. This is actually a book that I have for February. People Over Profit.
Who's that by?
Dale, how do you say his last name? Partridge. He actually also has a blog and a website. It is phenomenal. This is speaking to all the social entrepreneurs out there, the entrepreneurs who are giving back to a cause, to the community, which I think every entrepreneur should be doing. Lewis Howes, The School of Greatness.
Have you read that one?
I've read 4 chapters of it. This book is great because at the end of every chapter has an action plan, has a to-do. And what I was finding, I picked it up in December. Like I was one of the guys who did the pre-order. I started reading it, but I wasn't doing the action plan. So I said, you know what, let me put this down so I can commit to myself. And I knew that what I was going to do starting January was reading a book a week. So I decided, you know what? Let me be great in the month of January. Let me be able to commit to it for a full week and do the action plans, which is just awesome. Then we have Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary V. Vaynerchuk. I can't pronounce his last name. Gary V. Now, he does all of his books. If you're not listening to, oh my goodness, if you're not on his, please tell me you guys are on his Snapchat. If you're not on Gary V's Snapchat, poop, you're missing out. The book is away from my screen now, but it is Relentless, and that's by Tim S. Glover. Relentless by Tim S. Glover. And Yeah, those are the 6 books that I have for the first 6 weeks of the year. You know, and what I simply do, so at the end of February, I'll go on Amazon. You know, I have a list of books that were recommended by different mentors of mine, both online and in person. And you're very welcome, Charmaine. You're very welcome. And you know, that goes to your mindset. You know, Warren Buffett reads 6 hours a day. The biggest investor in the world reads 6 hours a day. I'm trying to get up to an hour and a half. Okay, so that just goes to tell you something. Look, if you want what others have, you have to do what others do. It's as simple as that.
True.
Truth bomb. So, guys, I appreciate your time. I'm looking at the time. It's 6:50. Let me check my phone real quick. Let me see an update about our special guests. Let's see.
They've probably driven past the summit. Because I'm telling you, these guys, it's shenanigans.
Shenanigans is right. Are you guys popping in? They were so like literally, Jay, I would say maybe 1.5 hours, 2 hours ago. They were all like, we're going to be there. Yeah.
I thought they would struggle.
Yeah.
In a good way, because they're just hyped. They're just hyped.
Jay, do you have Snapchat?
I do, but I'm not very good at it at the moment. I'm not sure. I like to know how things work, and I can't get a handle on Snapchat just yet.
So I'll close with it. Since our special guests are MIA, since they're being special doing something else.
We are the special guests.
That's right, Jay. I heard that. let me close out this Blab. And Jay, I appreciate it. I know when we talked earlier on I guess it was Blab or a Google Hangout.
That was our Google Hangouts.
Yes, I know when we talked earlier, you know, you said you were gonna be around to participate, and I know your time right now is so valuable. You have to get up so early, so. Thank you. I sincerely thank you.
It's my sincere pleasure. My sincere pleasure.
Awesome.
I'm happy to share the platform with you. Because Fabian, I honestly think you're amazing. I'm on your scopes and man, you blow me away.
Get out.
You're too humble.
You know what, you guys, it's so funny. Everyone likes me, but they got to meet my wife. My wife is the one who is really, I'm in her shadow. She's just not camera not camera ready. She doesn't want to get on camera. So but you should meet her, Jay. You would really you would really like that.
Look forward to it. And guys, this is the great thing about being on live streaming now, is that now we can make real honest connections. So when Fabian says to me, I want you to meet my wife, and I'm saying I would love to, it's a genuine thing. It may not happen tomorrow or this year, but it will happen at some point.
Absolutely. You know, I'm a traveler. I travel the United. Every quarter I go somewhere. I'm somewhere in the United States. That's what I've been doing for the past 3 years. But for the first, I never really had ambitions to go anywhere. I mean, yeah, maybe on vacation, but the motivation and drive that I have now to meet individuals like you, to cross the pond, as they say, and to solidify these connections. It's never been a thought that's all of a sudden here, you know? So listen, guys, I appreciate everyone's time. Oh, great. So before I wrap it up, we have somebody that is calling in. We'll take some questions. I love this. And then we'll wrap up the show here. We have IC. Let's see. We don't have a description, but welcome to the show. Are you there, sir? What's going on?
Give me a no.
Can you hear me?
I ain't talking to you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm new to this Blab, though.
You're new. Welcome.
You're new to Blab. What's going on? So what's your name?
My name is Logan. Do y'all be on Periscope?
Yeah.
Here we are on Periscope.
Yeah, I'm like famous on Periscope. I ain't famous, but like I'm known on Periscope. So
what's your handle?
if y'all be on Periscope.
Yeah, what's your handle on Periscope? I'll put it in here.
What was that?
What's your handle on Periscope?
Oh, it's the same as my name right here.
So it's _3 HUNNIT.
Yeah.
So Logan, are you an entrepreneur? What's your story, man? What's going on?
I don't really have a story. I'll make people laugh, but something like that.
All right, love it in peace. Have you ever seen the Peripreneurs show before on Sundays?
Hold on, let me get my head.
All right, as he's getting his headphones ready. So, guys, just a real quick recap of the show. First of all, I want to respect everybody. Up here he is.
What was that?
So, have you ever seen the Peripreneurs show on Sundays? Have you ever seen our show on Sundays? So, shameless promotion real quick. You know, if you're into business, if you're into growth, if you're into entrepreneurship and everything that is involved with that, we host the show every Sunday on Periscope, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're in the United States, correct?
Yeah, I'm in Houston.
Houston? Okay, Texas. Nice. Very nice. So every Sunday, I guess you're Central Time, so it'll probably be 1 o'clock your time. Every single Sunday, we feature an entrepreneur who is blowing business up. And for me, it's been a game changer. For me, I've gotten so much value, so much knowledge out of the individuals that's been on that show. So love to invite you to come and check that out and see if that's something for you. Sound good?
All right, bro.
All right, sounds good.
I'm just checking. I was just checking in. This is my first time on Blab.
That's awesome.
Yeah. How y'all follow people on here?
So you see right above our names, you see there's like a white person with a plus sign. It may be different on your mobile. You're on your phone, right?
Yeah, I'm on an iPhone.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how to do it on the phone. I'm on my computer.
I think you tapped the name.
If you
hover over the name, then you can just follow people.
Oh, there you go.
If you hover over the name.
Follow.
Oh, we lost them. So that's okay. So it's funny, you know. So we got somebody new coming into the show. That's absolutely fine. So we'll edit that. We'll edit that for the ending. So guys, thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate that. Logan, I appreciate you coming in and sharing that. Good luck with Blab. Please consider following us on Peripreneurs at your time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, listen, live streaming is where it's at. If you're not utilizing and leveraging Periscope, Blab, Meerkat, Meevee, Facebook Live, Instagram, whatever the heck their Instagram is called. If you're not leveraging these tools, you need to do that. Allow our community Peripreneurs to help you build that. Allow us to help you gain your network of followers. Allow us to connect you with individuals that are in your industries. Allow us to share our content, our information to help you build your brand, you build your business, guys. You know, Jay, again, thank you so much for your time. Miss UK, my co-host with the most. I really appreciate that. Charmin is in the chats. Good night, all. Thanks for sharing. I will get on the live stream this year. I cannot wait, Charmin. Again, thanks for following and connecting with us, guys. Listen, follow us on everything is Peripreneurs. Snapchat, Peripreneurs. Periscope, Peripreneurs. Blab, Peripreneurs. At the handle, guys. All right, I appreciate your time. Jay, once again, I appreciate it. And Fabian Brown, guys, man, I'm glad I'm your USA host today. And we will catch up with you guys soon. Take care, everybody.
Take care.